Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Hopefully you had a very Merry Christmas. You got all the things you want. Santa came down your chimney and sprayed his gifts upon your tree. Now, on to phase 3 of the holiday season, the final chapter, New Year's. Time for everybody to make plans, get babysitters, go somewhere, and get all fucked up. Just remember, kids, it's something I learned on the night of my bachelor party. Water. Every other drink, get some water in there. When you open your eyes the next morning, your head won't sound like a fucking techno club. That head pounded. Trust me, guys. Little water here and there between your drinks. You will thank me in the morning. So, let's get, actually, I was just thinking, Tartoqueros, go in the morning. Speaking of that, your girl, AOC, Loco Cortez, her womb is so polluted. Check out my fucking berry, man. That 10-year-old dumbass, she is showing, hey, AOC, your hypocrisy's showing. You better tug that down. Everybody can see your little hypocrisy dangling. Because you know, she, what is it? Not sponsored, but basically she's campaigning for Bernie. He's got her support. So, you know what Bernie says? Bernie does not like those fucking billionaires. I don't want a dime from you fucking billionaires, even though I'm trying to be a fucking billionaire. That crazy little old bastard. So Bernie is very anti-billionaire. AOC is the same way. She was giving shit to somebody for accepting funds from billionaires. Dun, dun, dun. When did that become a bad thing? If being a billionaire is a bad thing, give me a bad thing. I want the shitty life of a billionaire, please. So, of course, they changed their tune according to the temperature of the political climate. We can all look back 10 years. There's footage of these same dumb assholes saying the exact opposite of what they've been forcing down our throats this whole time. So no billionaires, anti-billionaires, fuck those billionaires. Well, turns out, Loco Cortez, one of these billionaires who threw his hat into this clown car of a Democratic presidential candidacy. This guy, his last name's Steyer, I believe. Who gives a fuck, right? He's not going anywhere. Who cares what this dude's name is? It's a waste of fucking time. But anyway, Steyer, this billionaire, turns out he donated to Loco Cortez's campaign fund. Uh-oh. It was in the amount of $2,700. Loco Cortez, are you going to give that $2,700 back? Or did you already spend it on Crayolas and Capri Suns? You dumbass. I told you, man, we all know this. The ones yelling the loudest, calling people the most names, are the ones doing the same shit. Now, I don't know, problem, I don't give a shit. Who gives you money? But if you're going to sit there and talk down to a certain group of donors and say how bad they are and corrupt they are, then give his money back. Cut that man a check for $2,700. Give it to his campaign. Since you're so fucking anti-billionaire, which, if you got your way and everybody embraced this stupid ass retarded Green New Deal and all this socialism, which is just the precursor to communism, let's be real. If you got your way, you would be billionaires overnight because the government is in complete control. Shit, in America, you might become a trillionaire. In communism, the government controls everything. Why don't you guys get a pen pal to somebody in Cuba or the former USSR? This shit is terrible. It hasn't worked anywhere else in the world because it doesn't work. I saw a meme yesterday, and on top it said, in socialism, you wait in line for bread. They had some black and white photo of, Eastern Europe back in the day when shit was all fucked up. And then on the bottom it said, in capitalism, the bread lines up for you. And it had a picture of a bread aisle in a grocery store. Very smart way to put it. That is so true. In socialism, ask the people down in Venezuela. You've seen the stories, eating the gray meat, trapping animals in the park, eating fucking zoo animals, can't get bread, milk, baby formula, just the bare necessities, the essentials that we take for granted. And I'm glad we can take them for granted. That means we have too much. But ask these people how socialism works. And Bernie's dumbass had the nerve to say, well, it hasn't worked because it hasn't been done right. Stop that shit. Of course they want to push this shit. Of course they're telling us billionaires are bad until they become one. Then I guarantee you they won't have a damn thing to say negative about billionaires. And I saw something that said Loco Cortez was quoted as saying, I would be honored to be vice president. Holy shit. Bernie Sanders and AOC? That's like, was that Annie? That old man and the little girl? Or Anna Nicole Smith and whoever her old-ass oil baron husband was? Because that was for love, right? But, I mean, on one hand, you don't want these fools anywhere near power. The power they have now is too damn much. But on the other hand, I would love to see Bernie Sanders and Loco Cortez get the nod and run against Trump. What? Trump will put that team of researchers on their asses so quick. Start digging up all kinds of shit. I bet you there'd be some pictures showing up of AOC doing her best Coyote Ugly impersonation on a bar somewhere back in the day. Someone drinking tequila shots and lime juice off that dirty little chest of hers. I bet you those pictures would pop up. I bet you some PI would be like, oh shit, how much can I get for these? They don't want to do that. Plus you usher out those dummies. It'll be the biggest landslide a president has ever had in Trump's favor. Man, please. Nobody wants to give up all their shit. The only people that want us to give up all our shit is them. Because it'll become their shit. Fucking crooks. And, on another note, Trump, he fired on your girl, David Lopan. I guess most of the country knows her as Nancy Pelosi, that fucking demon. He fired on her ass on Twitter, saying how fucked up it was that he didn't get a fair shake, and how because she doesn't like him, you can't impeach a president. And she was talking shit a couple months ago. We're not going to proceed with this unless it's bipartisan and overwhelming. End quote. That's what she said. It has to be bipartisan and overwhelming. Like a slam dunk, no matter who voted for him or did not vote for him. Once they see this evidence, that's it. It's a crime. It's a done deal. And I would be in that camp. If Trump really did something, he committed a crime, he abused his power, you gotta go. Now there's blind supporters on both sides that no matter what they do, they support it because it's not what the other guy does. That shit is stupid. I would not do that. If Trump fucks up, believe me, I'm calling his ass to the carpet first because I would feel deceived. I would feel like I've been wrong, like I've been lied to. That would piss me off. But that hasn't happened. What pressure did she cave to? Was it her constituents? Of course not. Also, like Trump said, her district is on fire and the other half is floating in human shit. and garbage and disease and poor education. So no, it wasn't her constituents. She don't give a fuck about them. Was it other Democrats? Was it the people who pulling her strings? The people who line her fucking pockets? Maybe. That sounds more likely. Because you remember, she was totally against it. She didn't care what the four whores of the apocalypse said. Or anybody else. We're not going through it. There's nothing there. Leave it alone. Next thing you know, she's up there sounding like Dudley Moore, saying that this president needs to be impeached because he abuses power and he obstructed Congress. How do we go from we're not touching it to I'm all in a month? Because even Nancy's evil ass knew that if we don't come at this, like she said, bipartisan with overwhelming evidence, we are going to look like fucking fools. And they do. They had no credible witnesses. They had no wiretaps. They have nothing. It's just, I don't like him. Let's get him out of here. If that was the case, every parent in America would be kicked out of their house when their kids turn 13. Because your kids don't like you. Teenagers don't like their parents, so you can bounce them out of there? Well, I don't like the president. Let's get him out of there. Hold up, dummy. What about the tens of millions of people who do want him in there? All these people going back to work. All these people getting jobs. All these people getting out of prison. What about them? Fuck you, handful of crooked assholes. Give a fuck about you. You've been hired and you can be fired. But the reason Trump is still there, the reason Trump ignored their stupid fucking subpoenas, the reason he's not taking this seriously is because there's nothing there. The man released a transcripts to the telephone call that this is all based on. What more do you want? And everyone's like, oh, he just got done, because I guess he released it on Christmas Day, or wrote the tweet. But he just got done sending a tweet about how we need to be nice to each other and how we need to have respect. And both can be true. We do need to have more respect for each other. We do need to be more kind to each other. And those people are lying assholes. This is a witch hunt. This is based on falsehoods. And we also need to show more respect. Both can be true. And he's right. When he's wrong, let me know. But until then, these people are fucking lying, and it's all based and built on bullshit. Now, people, I gotta hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.